Okay, so someone said a racist word when I was in the office. So I don't know if you realize this, but I'm Indian, and someone decided that they would say the P word while sat right next to me, and he was talking actually about a client, and he called them a P. And he didn't just say it once. He said it twice, as if it was just normal language. And I sat there and I looked dead straight at the computer screen and I thought to myself, I can either ruin your career right now or I don't. Like, this guy has no idea that his life literally was on the line, his career was on the line. And I had actually control over it, and I decided not to say anything. Because the company I work at was, very privileged, elitist sort of place. And this guy was a director at the company. And if I was to say something, it probably would turn on me. And it probably won't go well for me. But then, now looking at it retrospectively, I should have said something. I said something to my manager, just to say, like, FYI, this is what he said, but don't do anything because I don't want to cause any problems at work. But now thinking about it, that company made me redundant. That company didn't care about me at the end of the day, So maybe I should have said something. Maybe I could have actually gone ahead and gave them my 2 cents, actually showed them, actually, you shouldn't be talking like that at this company. This is clearly an issue that's in this company when I'm probably definitely not in the room, And it made me start thinking, is that why maybe I don't get treated correctly at work? Maybe I don't get spoken to the same way other people get spoken to, because this is what people think in the back of their minds. So I do look back and I think, as a brown person, I should have at least done something. I should have stuck up for not even just myself, but really my people as well. What we've gone through, the hardships and stuff. People have never really changed. I'm the sort of person that's always fought for equal rights and stuff. And when I sat there and he said the P word, I was like, I haven't heard a white person even say that, even to me, in years. And I was like, wow. It's 2025, dude. And you said that shit? Fucking hell. Anyway, I for the week afterwards, I just thought to myself, like, what should I have done? Like, that's the problem. The predicament comes as, like, what if I had reported it to the managing director? Problems would have happened. The guy would have probably got in trouble, whatever. But he didn't say it to me. He didn't direct anything to me. So these sort of companies will fall back on formalities and and legalities and stuff, and they will say, well, he didn't say anything to you, so what are you complaining about? But the thing is, you shouldn't be saying that in the office when I am literally that person that you're talking about. That's the point. Maybe I should have said something. It would have caused him a problem in his job. And it would have caused, because he was responsible for a very large team, it would have caused his team a problem. So I did it to protect the workplace. I did it to protect the culture in the company, at least what I thought was very equal. But I did it to keep the balance, because I am a collective person. I don't want to confront people, whatever. I can take stuff on the chin. That's basically what I'm saying. But it was more insightful. It was more beneficial for it being more insightful for me, understanding, right, Dev, remind this to yourself. You are a brown person working in a white privileged environment. You have to be careful. People don't see you the same way. This guy used to smile at me and say hi, and he used to smile at me in a nice way. He used to smile at me and say, hi, how are you, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes down to it, when I'm not in the room, or he thought I was not in the room, he would come out with stuff like that. So they don't see us as the same, unfortunately. Not all people, but... So it reminds me of not trusting people enough. I'm a very trusting person. I've always grown up incredibly gullible, if anything. So hearing stuff like this, racism in the office... Look, I'm on my own. I'm the only brown person at the company. what should I have done? Like, literally comment in the comment section below. If you come across this video sometime in the future, just like comment in, like, what should I have done? Because I don't know. Like, the whole company is full of elitists, people who couldn't spare me a minute anyway. So if I was going to complain to them, I genuinely, honestly feel, without lying, I genuinely feel that they wouldn't have done anything anyway. They would have either made a problem with me, saying, oh, he didn't say anything to you legally. Technically, it wasn't you he said anything, but we can just give him a caution or warning not to say anything. But then it's just like, well, then nothing really came from that, did it? He didn't really get disciplined. You're not going to discipline him because he's so high up in the company anyway. And it's just like, now there's a weird feeling, a bit of awkwardness in the office now that he's probably going to create with his team, and his team will probably treat me differently or something, or not even for the right reasons. They'll probably, avoid me and stuff like this in the office. And that could go against me for getting opportunities or whatever. So it's like, what should I have done? I don't know. I understand, like, I'm a strong person, that I can just, take it on the chin, as I've said, but yeah. What should we do? The thing is, it's like, we shouldn't do anything. It shouldn't be us that have to do anything. They are the ones that need to change. They have to behave themselves in the environment that they're working in. Workplace training about diversity is incredibly important for the same reason. And the reason why you see people complaining about diversity being an actual issue in an office, and you shouldn't be hiring people based off of diversity and stuff like this. It's like, well, clearly there is a problem with indiversity in companies. I would like to see a change in this. Unfortunately, I live in the UK, and the far right are obviously moving up quite high up in the political and social ranks in our country. So I kind of don't think it's going to get solved anytime soon. I think society as a whole is getting a bit more, it's becoming more normal to be more divisive. And I don't like that, again, as an equality driven person. So what I experience in the workplace, I can imagine other people are experiencing as well. And it's just reminded me to just really stick to your guns, to work on yourself, and to also be more conscious and aware of the people that you are working with. Because colleagues may smile and be really friendly, but ultimately they are not always your friend.